probably catch up quite into it. Yo, look. When I was one and I was one of just 2 newborn sons, Dad would hold me and my fingers gripping onto the thumbs. Mum would wonder what my little boy's about to become, and if she could she'd love it till she turned 1,000 or something. When I was 2 I ripped the washing out, I found it so fun. Climb right into the machine and took some trousers or something. Hardly remember, cause it was like 2001. No wait, I mean 2003, I'm not astounded with songs. When I was 3, covered Dad's office with Vaseline. I think it's an improvement, why the fuck he mad at me? Started getting into music, used to rock the tambourine. And for Christmas I remember getting socks with tangerines. When I was 4 I used to wanna be like Luke Skywalker without the trauma. I wanted to fuck his daddy's daughter. My parents got a dog and called her Millie, she was gorgeous. She was my best friend and my #1 supporter. I was 5 when I realised I wasn't academic. Twin brother was excelling, Scotty just couldn't get it. Year 1 and bro was going clear, raking in the merits. I was just all stuck on how to spell it. At that point I never sweat it. Happy for Stanley to go and get it, cause my parents, they still made me feel accepted. 100 how they kept it. Told me that could be me if I'm putting in the effort. And if that ain't what you want, then just forget it. I was 6, so fighting older cousins with sticks. Millie got in the mix, thinking this was the shit. And my cousin, he was teaching me a couple of tricks. So when my mum was on the wine, I got a couple of sips. When I was 7, my dad showed me Psycho. What a psycho, good movie. Now I'm scarred for life, bro. Only joking, Dad, don't be sad, you're alright, bro. You barely put a foot wrong, but I still can't ride a bike though. And I wish that was a typo, that's life though. I stay on my feet. When I was 8, me and the neighbours used to play in the street. After Catholic school, and we would have to pray when we eat. The shit was crazy to me. I would go home and tell my mum about their crazy beliefs. And I hate the fact the teachers made me stay in my seat. School just ain't it for me. If there's a God, he gets his jollies out and taking my peace. I never listen when they pray and they preach. But I must have been 9 when I wrote my first rhyme. Dropped into my mind, meant nothing at the time. I think it was a poem that I wrote in year 5. But when it came to showing, I was always kinda shy. And by the time that I was 10, I was still no good with a pen. Scotty thought that meant that he was not intelligent. It's a shame how ashamed you made to feel by a grade. Especially when I've been alive another fucking decade. It's stressed by 11, sick to death for God and Jesus, hell and heaven. Went to secondary, reckoned it was better. But when I made the step up, Scotty boy would really feel the pressure. How wrong was I to think the shit would let up, just to think the shit would. Who's ready? Look. By the time that I was 12, I used to block out what they say. Like, what the fuck you mean we gotta do our homework every day, man? I just wanna be creative, but the system isn't made for creatives. Really got me feeling alienated. In my maths class, making drawings of some alien races, and they came in a spaceship. They was killing shit with radiant lasers. Nobody's safe within the places that they was invading. And when the teachers see ain't giving me the greatest of ratings, and when they tell you off for drifting off, they say it abrasive. Guess I lack the motivation for these crazy equations. Wonder why I ain't like him, but hesitating to say it. They still making me do it, so now I basically hate it. When I was 13, started liking girls, but I was no good at the flirting. One bad one from history, man's yearning. I don't think she knew my first name. Maybe cause of sign, she knew my surname. I remember dropping game and she just won. I got 2 friends called OJ and Gilly. And OJ is an OG, but Gilly is really my boy for life. I hope he's blessed, ain't seen him in a minute. But when I say I love him, no he knows I really mean it. By the time that I was 14, I dipped into performing and felt that it was for me. Thinking it's my calling and the whole see. I knew the man was talented, but still I wasn't ballsy. So I had to let my hat do the talking. One more thing, I was 15 when I stepped straight into the popular circle. I'm getting mentioned and the catch up from the popular girls. I'm from English, really rocking my world. Got me feeling I can conquer the world. Got me thinking shit, what's wrong with the world? Just teach me how to pull girls, like how to conjugate verbs, cause that's a better use of your words. I give the youth of this country the truth they deserve, cause they fill you up with nothing, so there's room for dessert. Grandma died when I was 16, shit it really hit me. The one grandparent who really get me, and really died around the same time. A couple weeks later, to say that life was getting real would be an understatement. When I was 17, I fell into the nicotine and tampered with the ketamine. Drugs are so much easier than therapy. Luckily the powders wasn't gripping me, G. Sure enough, there'd be no fixing my addiction to weed. When I was 18, I went uni, met her called Becky, and she purposely forgot not on me, you told me you stressing. Nah, fuck that. Truthfully, it really upset me. I never done nothing to you, so why you come for me, Becky? When I was 19 to the pipe dream to a genuine passion. Double down on the writing and rapping, wanted to forge my own path. It's unlikely to happen. Life is there to be lived, yeah. So really, I ain't trying to sit back and just let it pass me. Hitting 20, I had phases with the Charlie and it hardly charmed me. Consequences alarming, and was it worth the party? Consequences alarming, and it was all around me. Street corner, black Audi, shoot up to get down. The next day I feel it in my head and in my chest now. This life wasn't meant for me, I think it's time to take a step down. But it weren't the same for Jerry. Let me just show you how it gets now. See, Jerry was in it kinda heavy. Pills, powders popping like confetti. Addiction it depicted with conviction on the telly. And Jerry, who was seemingly everybody's friend, was getting messy. Almost took him to a deadly end. And you say I was Jerry's friend until he burnt a bridge that he could never mend. I need to get off Jerry or this fucking trap will never end. I said I need to get off Jerry or this. Look, hitting 21, Scotty don't take no shit from anyone. Jerry done what Jerry done and Becky done what Becky done. Next port of call is to stop smoking weed and getting drunk. But I learned time to help because those things, they are very fun. Shout out to myself because I kept it real. Me and bro, we've been excelling in respective fields. As a teen, no self-esteem, I couldn't rent my skills. Now I'm a young king at 22 with sex appeal. So what's the moral of the story? My path to glory is in front of me, the reference is the one before me. Training self-love isn't something anyone could do for me. I just wish that that was something I knew when I was new, when I was one. It's alright, thank you. Appreciate it.